It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Welcome to our Johannesburg studios where it is all going down. We are celebrating hope in every way, shape and form today because, yes, we are kick-starting officially Hopetober, brought to you by Adcock Ingram, OTC, the sponsors of Brave. Now, if you're going to put yourself out there to be judged by the judges of this particular pageant, judged by the nation, judged by the world, you've got to have some chutzpah. You've got to be brave. And we're about to introduce you to a young lady, only 18 years old, who has now just bagged one of the ultimate crowns out there. She is Miss World South Africa. I want to introduce you to Zoalize Jansen van Rensburg, who obviously shone out with this incredible platform of purpose-driven work that she does. She is an impressive young lady on paper, but when you meet her in person and are able to plug into this energy, you can understand why the judges made the right choice. So I know we don't have a live studio audience here, but I want to hear you clapping all the way from Cape Town. Can we put our hands together for our Miss World South Africa? Zoalize, welcome to the show!
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. You stepped in looking every part that pageant queen. But we know that pageants now represent a completely different thing. And I've been lucky enough to have a front row seat to see so many of these moments working on your side of the field. Now that your moment has come, and again, with all due respect, I'm going to say you are so young to be stepping into this space. Take me back to that moment. When you hear your name, can you even remember hearing your name?
I think it was such a moment of silence. When I held hands with my fellow deputy, it was such a bliss of excitement, emotion, and I always say this, but I never know how to describe a dream coming true. How do you put that into words? So if I were to take you back to that moment, it is a moment of tremble, excitement, and I just felt this amount of strength fulfill me because I knew I was ready to take on this role, and what was meant for me would not pass me. I was at the right place in the right time, and I knew that whenever my name would or were to be called, I was ready to step into that position. And
I've watched this journey with so many incredible young women not happen. Mm-hmm. And you realize, and you would see this, if you look across that panel, everyone is amazing. Everyone has a reason to put themselves out there and want to do more. And you certainly have used your platform before this in a very purpose-driven way, which I kind of think for me, when you look at your youth project, Never Too Young to Advocate, love that. It speaks to a generation that is purpose-led now. There are so many kind of plus points for me, but what do you think got you over the line? Because you're going to have to identify these, because you're now a mentor added to everything else. There are now young girls looking to you to follow in your footsteps as you take just your first few. What do you think was the defining factor for you?
I think it was definitely my leadership skills that stood out and really rose above everything. Like you mentioned, I am very young, but I think that brings a fresh perspective to this organization because not only do I represent the youth, I'm a part of them. So I'm able to speak from their perspective, understand their needs, understand that they also want to be heard, seen, and listened to. So I think I'm someone that really leads for the people and leads my community. I'm no different from any ordinary person in this world, but I know I have the ability to ignite purposes within others. And with that, they can become the hero of their own stories. So I'm someone that leads from the heart, not the head. And I believe that that is a very, very strong asset to have as a Miss World. She is a woman that can go into communities and lead with the passion and purpose within her heart and instill that within communities and be a beacon of hope. I think that ultimately is what I am to this organization and my nation. With the hope of bringing back the fourth Blue Crown, I know that I'm a symbol of hope and resilience to this country. We have experienced so many adversities and so many challenges, but I think me sitting in front of you today with this prestigious title and this banner across my chest is a testament to the potential of a South African. And
100%.
And I absolutely believe that as young people, we have the ability to change the world if we have enough self-belief within us.
Completely. Preach it, girl. You're fine. You won't be okay. You won't be okay. And when you mentioned that fourth Blue Crown,
yes,
how does that make your little heart feel? How are we going to go and get this? What are you preparing for as you take yet another step in uncharted territory?
Yes. Well, I mean, an international festival as Miss World is not an easy ball game, and it's on a completely different magnitude. But I think one thing that I carry with me through this entire experience is the lessons I've learned from my fellow queens. As you know, I was the youngest competing for both years, so I've gotten a lot of lessons, a lot of advice. So going into a competition like Miss World and understanding the caliber of women I'm competing against, I'm affirmed through my story, my vision, and my mission. So I think being as mentally prepared as I possibly can be and not losing sight of what I'm passionate about is really what I'm focusing on, ensuring that I'm the most ready to represent my country and the most ready to bring back that blue crown.
Because no one can call you on your why. Once you've pointed in the direction, it doesn't matter how you get to that point, what tools you use. Once you know why you are doing what you're doing, everything else just falls into place.
Absolutely, absolutely.
No, and this is crazy to me because you're going to have to mentor up and down because you are in that position, and it is a great responsibility. And it's not just for young girls who are going to intuitively follow in your footsteps and want to identify with where you're going, but all women are now looking at you to kind of smash through glass ceilings, kick down doors, because you essentially get to do what no other woman has done before. So speak to those young women right now, and I suppose we're inspired by the notion of bravery. But what advice do you have for young South African, and actually all young girls, because I think we're a global village right now?
Yes, absolutely. I have always believed in the saying that the greatest enabler to your own success is yourself. So no matter where you come from, your background, your circumstances, you have the ability to shift your own discography and narrative if you have enough self-belief within you. And when you stop at nothing, you unlock one of the greatest powers that there is, and that is the power of self-belief. When you have that passion and purpose within your heart, you can really unlock your greatest potential and showcase that to the world. That is one thing that I have practiced throughout my entire life because I've been doubted by so many people. People have made assumptions about me, but I knew my why, like you said, and I knew my purpose within this world. And through that, I was able to unlock great opportunities, and that's why I'm sitting in front of you today.
Yeah, look at you now.
Exactly, because I believed in my own success story, and I was able to facilitate that through my unique talents. So that would be my message to all young women, all young people of this country and the world, to believe in what you stand for and to believe in your mission, because you have a position in any room that you walk in.
Not just the young'uns, I think, taking advice here. And nice to know that you're not going to be nervous about any question that they ask you when you step onto that stage. Girl, you are doing such a phenomenal job already. I think you get it. I think you understand the responsibility, but also take those moments to enjoy this moment. As I get blinded by the crown. Okay, you get tiaras and then you get crowns, baby. But just absolutely making your mark. Zoalize proudly representing South Africa on one of the biggest stages of them all, and we couldn't be more proud. Well done.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the belief in me. Having the support of the nation means so much, and that will continue to fuel me to do my best that I possibly can. So thank you for that.